I literally thank myself every day for leaving my past relationships because I would rather be alone than with somebody who treats me like shit any day of the week. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the song Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez. It's a song that one of my very close friends showed me when she was trying to help me leave my toxic relationship. It's what she listened to help her leave hers, and it's what I ended up listening to a lot after I already left mine. But, well, I knew this song before, but she was like, listen to this song. Probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years before I was actually able to leave the relationship. But to each his own. If you're having trouble leaving a toxic relationship right now, or if you've just left one and you're trying to keep yourself from going back, listen to this song, listen to the lyrics, scream it, sing it. But some of the most important lyrics are, I needed to lose you to find me, I needed to hate you to love me. It's literally about losing yourself within a toxic relationship and then losing the person that you're in the relationship with and then finding yourself in the end and learning to love yourself. I suggest it. Great song. 10 out of 10. There's so many people walking around here. I was gonna film this in my driveway, but like lighting was too bad, so now we're at this park. I don't know. This is a hard video for me to film in general, but I'm making it even harder with the location. So whatever. Anyway, hi, I'm Julia. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are new here and this is the first video you're seeing of me, make sure you subscribe to join me on this healing self-empowerment journey that we are going on. I would like you to come with me. We can go along this together. Anyway, as you can clearly see, this video is about why you should thank your toxic ex. And when I wrote this video out, originally, I kind of wrote it from the victim standpoint in a positive way, but it was still sort of like, they did this to you, they did that to you, which is true. That's valid. I'm sure they did some very disrespectful and very hurtful stuff. But this video wouldn't be totally correct if I didn't include the fact that you chose this. And you either chose to get out of it, or now that you're realizing that you're in one, you can choose to get out of it. I need to include that part in here because I think that's very important. A lot of times when we get into toxic relationships, we don't even realize that we are choosing to abandon ourselves and that we are choosing this toxic person or this person that is unhealthy for us. If you were a fully healthy person on your own, you would have never have chose to stay in a toxic relationship or toxic anything, because truly healthy people have standards, set boundaries, and they leave when somebody disrespects that or hurts them. They go. They don't stay. It is really important to take into account the fact that you were toxic within you, and that's why you attracted a toxic relationship, to mirror all of the unhealthy things, limiting beliefs, ways you self-abandon within yourself, to show you that manifested outwardly by somebody doing it back to you in the ways that you do it to you. It's all just a way to get you to realize your unhealed parts so that you can integrate them back in and heal and grow from. This is why we thank our toxic exes for helping us to start our healing journey and realize where we needed to change within. So that really needed to be said, and I just uploaded a video last week on self-abandonment. So if you're unfamiliar with what that is and how to heal from self-abandonment, go watch that video, click the I, and that will definitely help you, especially if you're going through a toxic relationship or if you just got out of one. Now let's go ahead and get into what I'm grateful for learning from my toxic relationships. I was lonelier in the relationship than I am now that I'm out. Let me expand on this. Obviously, every unhealthy or toxic relationship is different, but literally for me, I felt so much lonelier in that space than I do now that I'm out. I constantly felt like I was trying to get somebody who didn't care or want to understand me to try to care and want to understand me. That is the most frustrating thing in the world. Now that I'm single and mostly spend time by myself, and when I do spend time with other people, there are people that I feel like respect my boundaries, respect me as a person, are willing and want to understand me. I feel like they care. I feel like they give a fuck about me as a human being. And if they don't, I am so quick to cut it. I'm so quick to skirt, not talk to them. And because I feel like the people that I mostly surround myself with are willing and want to try to understand me, I feel so much less lonely. But even more so beyond that, because I do spend, I'd say, a lot of my time alone for the most part. Like most of my time I spend alone, and I am trying to understand me. I am willing to understand me. I want to understand me. I am literally doing the inner work, working on anyone trying to understand me, and I feel less alone because I feel like I have my back and I feel like I have me. Even though I am alone, I don't feel lonely. Whereas when I was in those relationships and I was with a person, I felt very lonely. I wasn't even trying to understand me. I was knocking on a door where somebody was not home and they were never going to answer. That's what it felt like. It was draining my angel energy and everyone could see it. It was the biggest energy suck of my life because all of my mental and emotional energy was spent thinking about this person, thinking about, are they mad at me? Why are they ignoring me? What did I do wrong? How do I fix this? I had no mental capacity to think about anything else really. Like, it was just so spent on this person and trying to fix conflicts. And even when there weren't conflicts, it was like thinking about how I could avoid a conflict, how I didn't want to upset them and this and that. But I had no energy to really think about my YouTube, think about the things I'm passionate about, think about my future, think about the things I want, need, my health, my this, my that. I just didn't have space because all of my brain power and emotional body was basically revolving around this other person that I had no space for myself. And the reason why I was so focused on that was because I was in a constant state of fight or flight. And being in a constant state of fight or flight for years is so damaging to your body because it completely throws your nervous system out of balance. Your cortisol levels are way high. You're super stressed out. When it's like that, it affects everything. It ages you. Your digestive system is messed up. I know for some people it causes them to binge. Some people it causes them to lose their appetite. For me, it was a big appetite loss situation. And I lost so much weight in an unhealthy way. And the best way I could describe it was I just never felt safe in my body. And I was always scared, anxious, on high alert. In reality, it wasn't like I was being chased by a tiger, but that's how my body was reacting to this. The highs felt so high and the lows felt so low that it was like an addictive cycle. But if I really truly think about it, the highs were never really that high. It was just the lows were so low that it made any positivity within the relationship feel like the best thing ever. When it was like, oh, he's not ignoring me today and he's being nice and we're actually having good conversations and we're not fighting. Wow, this is so amazing. This is such a high. Like, no, that's just how it's supposed to be. The highs really weren't that high. The lows were just so gosh darn low that it made the highs, or it made the neutrals, the breadcrumbs, feel like highs. Next thing was, I always felt like I was walking on eggshells. Now that I'm out of it, there's so many situations that I'm like, oh wait, that person didn't get mad at me because of this. Like I just kind of expect people to like give me bad reactions to very normal things that like most people are like, okay, like you don't want to do that, that's fine. Or, oh, you posted a selfie, like cute. I think your selfie's cute. Like I'm gonna send you a nice comment on it or something. Whereas like, oh my god, Julia, you posted a selfie? I'm not talking to you for a week. That's a little extreme, but like things like that would happen in my past relationships. Yeah, not normal. When you're out of it, you don't have to walk on eggshells anymore. You can literally be yourself and not worry about what anybody thinks. Or at least you have to try. You have to learn, because then you're gonna attract the people that actually do support you, and they're not gonna give you shit for just being yourself. Like if you want to post a bikini photo because you like the way you look in your cute Jewel Swim bathing suit, linked in the description. We are having a 50% off sale of my bikini line, just so you know. But if you like the way you look in your bikini and you want to post it, nobody should ever give you shit for that. I'm sorry. Like if a guy in your life, a girl, anyone gives you shit for a photo that you post of you, that you feel confident, that you like, forget them. Like that's messed up. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone has to say about girls dressing this way or that way. That's disrespectful this, disrespectful that. That's misogyny. I can go on a whole tangent. I can do a whole video on that. But yeah, you don't want a boyfriend or any person in your life to want to change you from who you are and give you shit for just literally embracing yourself and being happy in yourself and celebrating yourself. No more walking on eggshells. We don't do that anymore. We're leaving that in 2022. Bye, eggshells. By leaving your toxic, unhealthy relationship, you're not only setting yourself free and cleaning up your own karma, but you're also setting them free and allowing them to heal and find themselves so they're able to find the person that they're truly compatible with. And same for you. You're allowing yourself to heal, do the inner work, and find somebody that you are truly compatible with, who wants to support you and love you and be all the things that they could never be for you. Now, whether they choose to do the inner work and heal is completely on them, and it's none of your business. But you watching this video, you being here today, means that you are on the journey to do your inner work and heal, and that is the only thing you could be accountable for. Let them live their life, let them be, and allow yourself to thrive and flourish on your own, and learn to love you. Put you first. Choose you. I'm sorry, sorry about the train in the back. The park that I parked at is actually Park train station. You have to stop choosing unhealthy people and unhealthy relationships, and you have to choose yourself. You gotta put yourself first. If you haven't watched my first video on putting yourself first, click that I, because you're gonna need that in your healing journey. You're gonna need to follow everything that I said in that video. It's crucial. We talked about this, but by leaving that toxic relationship, you're gaining your freedom back to do and be whoever they wouldn't let you be. No more arguments. No more doing stuff to keep them satiated with you. It's done. You can breathe. If you have just left the relationship, make this your last time. Let yourself fully detox from it and never go back. Seriously. It's the going back, being in it for however long it is. It's good for a second, whatever, and then gets bad again. Like, the whole cycle will continue if you go back. So just don't go back. Like, you have to let yourself feel all the anxiety, all the shame, all the pain, all the loneliness that you need to feel. You gotta cry it out, scream it out, whatever. You gotta let yourself feel everything. You have to really truly realize that you matter and that you need to choose you this time and not go back. However that looks like for you, but you have to. Something I constantly remind myself of now that I'm out of it is nobody can hurt me as bad as what I went through. And because I went through it, now I can see all the red flags and avoid the wrong people because I know what to look for now since I went through it. There's so many times where I'm like, I could have avoided this whole situation, but in reality, if it wasn't this person, it would have been another person, and I really just had to go through it, had to have them mirror all of my limiting beliefs to me so that I could finally realize and heal these things. Now it's so easy for me to see the red flags in other people and my limiting beliefs show up, and I'm able to like quickly bounce back and say no to those things and those people. Once you're out, you can finally rest, you can finally heal, you can finally find yourself, the lost parts of you that were spread everywhere because you were trying to be somebody that you were not. You were trying to be somebody that fit a mold that was never going to be accepted or loved or cared for because that person wasn't real and you were not that. And you're a real person who deserves real love, real respect, real care, real trust, all of the things. And you have to give it to yourself first. When you get rid of that toxic relationship, the universe can now lead you somewhere better with someone who will treat you 1,000,000 times better. And you can appreciate it in a way you never would have been able to before because you experienced the opposite. You experienced the worst of the worst. So now when you do experience the best of the best, you have so much more appreciation. And you can also be empathetic for others going through what you went through, and you can help them get to the other side. Like me, what I'm doing now with you. You can be there for those people who are ready and willing and want your support to move through this once you have gone through it, because you know what they're going through. In the past, before I ever went through a really toxic relationship, when my friends would go through it, I would try to be there for them and support them, but I could never truly empathize the way I can now with somebody because I have gone through it myself. And now, because you have gone through it yourself, you can really truly help support and be there for people and bring them to the healing side, the healing journey. Something you have to remind yourself when you're feeling sad and missing them is that it's actually their loss for them to not be with you and not your loss, because you are only growing and getting better and glowing up and leveling up and on this healing, self-empowerment, self-love journey while they're probably staying the same. Hopefully they're doing their own healing work, but realistically, they're probably not. You're the one watching this video, not them. And now that you are healing and leveling up and really finding yourself, you're gonna know exactly what to look for in the next person. Number one, you're gonna have standards and requirements of what you are looking for in a partner, and you're not going to settle for less. You're also gonna have boundaries. So if those people that you're dating do cross your boundaries, you'll be able to say, oh no, actually you're not for me, because you're not afraid to be alone anymore, and you know deep down that it's better to be by yourself than to be with somebody who is toxic and unhealthy and doesn't respect you or love you or care for you in the way that you deserve. So you will never ever go through this again because you're actually doing the real inner work and healing. That's it for this week's video. Good luck. Stay strong on your healing journey. I love you. Bye.